So I'm gonna cheat. I know my general orders, but I'm gonna look at this so we can keep this video short, okay? You with me? You with me? I should have did this before I even turned the camera on.
Just got the motherfucking Popeyes 5-piece with the Cajun sparkle in the mashed potatoes. Shit.
So I'm online trying to pull up the general orders for the Navy, clearly, because I'm in the world's greatest Navy. Or the world's finest Navy. Point is, we're the best freaking Navy. Anyway, so I'm like looking up the orders, and we have 11, and I'm noticing that the Army only has 3. How interesting. So this video is going to be about the general orders. I did mention in my last video that I was going to make a video breaking it down, try to help other people make it make sense, which I hope I am able to do at the end of this video. I hope it makes sense to some people. So if you're interested, stay tuned. So first, why do we have them? So as I mentioned in my other video, once you join the Navy, you will be standing watch for the duration of your time in the Navy. No, I'm not joking. Yes, you will stand watch frequently. No, it's not that frequently. It depends on how many people are in your duty section. It kind of depends on a lot of things, but you will be standing watch quite often. What are the general orders? The general orders tell you how you're supposed to stand a proper watch. It's pretty much telling you that this is what you're supposed to do when you're on watch. It's in the title. So that's really all the general orders are. It's a list of rules. I'm not gonna say guidelines because it's not suggested. It's literally what you have to do when you stand on watch. So that's really all it is. So with that being said, now that you know what they are, let's jump right into it. So the first general order is, let me move over. I'll put it right here for you guys. So the first general order is to take charge of this post and all government property in view. I do know my general orders, okay, but reading it makes me make sure that I say it correctly so I'm not screwing anyone over before you guys make any assumptions. Anywho, so what does that mean? So that means you're gonna get assigned to stand watch on a post. And when you're on that post is your responsibility. That's literally all it means. You're gonna hear this a lot in the Navy. Don't nuke it, which means don't overthink it. If you've already taken an ASVAB, then this is gonna make even more sense to you. Keep it at a 40 ASVAB, okay? When you try to make something make sense to you, literally make it dumb. Make it like you're explaining it to a baby. I'm not calling you guys babies, but literally it works for me. When I need someone to explain something to me, I say explain it in the dumbest way possible. And literally in the dumbest way possible, that first general order just means you're going to be assigned here and there. That is your responsibility. Everything in that place is your responsibility. So that's number 1. It's probably the easiest one. All right, the next one. So number 2. Number 2 is to walk my post in a military manner, keeping always on the alert and observing everything that takes place within sight or hearing. So, what does that mean? So, I'm gonna be honest, that's not gonna be true in every single watch that's in the Navy. For the most part, that's pretty accurate. You're gonna be walking your post, but sometimes you're gonna be at a desk. You really can't walk at a desk. So, to walk my post in a military manner, walk. Don't just freaking stand around. Don't lean on the wall. Don't sit down unless you're supposed to be sitting down. If you're on a watch where you have to be mobile, don't sit down. Don't lean on the wall. Don't lay down. Don't take a nap. Keep moving. Make sure you're paying attention to your surroundings. Make sure you can visually check everything to make sure that everything is okay. Make sure you keep your ears open. Make sure everything is okay. Literally just pay attention to your surroundings. Be aware of what's going on around you. That's all number 2 is. All right, number 3. Number 3 is to report all violations of orders I am instructed to enforce. So when you stand watch, you're pretty much gonna have to be qualified to stand watch. except at boot camp and at ROM. You're not going to get qualifications for those. I mean, you're going to learn how to do it, but you're not going to have to get signed off that you know how to do it. Who was I? Number 3. What was I saying? Okay, so yeah, so you're gonna freaking be qualified on the watches that you have to stand, which means by you being qualified, you know what can or cannot take place while you're standing post on that watch. If someone happens to break those rules while you're on watch, then you need to report it. So, and the simplest way to explain number 3, be a snitch. There you go. Number 3, journal order number 3, be a snitch. I'm trying to give you guys a change of scenery because I'm kind of tired of recording at my desk, so I'm moving around. I wish my room was better to look at. I mean, I'm going to be here for a while, but it's going to take me some time to, you know, make my room look nice. So be patient with me because I am going to keep giving you guys more videos. Hopefully I can freaking do something outside of my room one day, but we'll see. You know, COVID. So, yeah, just be patient with me, guys. All right, number 4. Number 4 is to repeat all calls from posts more distant from the guardhouse than my own. Oh, I forgot to do the thing. Number 4. All right, so what number 4 is saying, let's say, for example, I can use my armchairs. All right, so let's say, for example, this post is post A, right? This right here is the guardhouse. Let's call that, it's the guardhouse, but, you know, we'll say it's post C for, you know, those people. So this is A, this is C. Now, some of you might be wondering, you skipped B. Great question. So B is right here. I'm B. Literally, Barbosa, B. Okay. Anyway, so we're going to be post B. So if post A has something that they need to relay to post C, aka the guardhouse, they're going to go from A to B and then from B to C. That's how it works. Another way that you can think about it is like playing a game of telephone. So A tells B whatever they got to tell the guardhouse, and B will tell the guardhouse whatever A needed to tell the guardhouse. Telephone. It's just that simple. All right, number 5. Number 5 is probably everyone's favorite. Literally everyone's favorite. It'll be your favorite too when that time comes, trust me. Number 5 is to quit my post only when properly relieved. So what does that mean? That pretty much means you can't go anywhere until your relief comes. That's all that means. Yes, some days it will suck. You may have to wait 15, 20, 30 minutes, an hour maybe if your relief is a piece of, I'm not going to say a piece of shit. I said it, but I didn't mean to say it. If your relief is a dirt bag, it might suck if you have to wait an hour. But guess what? You're just going to have to eat that, and you're going to have to wait that hour because you cannot leave until you're properly relieved. And whether that's just a relief coming or your chain of command telling you, all right, you're free to go. If you're the last watch, you can't leave until someone says, all right, you're free to go. Because you know what will happen if you leave before then? You'll be considered UA, unauthorized absence, or for you civvies, I guess, or non-Navy people, AWOL. Everyone knows what AWOL means. That means you ain't where you're supposed to be at. That's all it means. So you don't want to get that because that will lead you to a world of consequences. So pretty much just don't leave until you're told that you can leave. That's literally it. Number 6. Let me make sure I get this one right. I did say it right. Okay. So number 6. This is a long one. Let me move over a little bit more. Let's have all the space. Number 6 is to pass on to the sentry who relieves me all orders from the commanding officer, command duty officer, officer of the deck, and officers and petty officers of the watch only. So that's 5 freaking people. I mean, it's literally not 5 people. It might be more than 5 people, but you get what I mean. That's a lot of people. So what's that one saying? It's pretty much piggybacking off of number 5. So you just got relieved, properly relieved. Someone literally just said, hey, you can go. Before they even say, hey, you can go, you're just going to be like, all right, this is what I was told. This is what I was briefed upon. And this is what you need to know. And then once they say, I understand, or however they may say, I understand, you will be properly relieved. That's all number 6 says. Number 6 is pretty much saying whatever you got told to do or not to do during your watch, you need to tell the next person to do. Number 7. Number 7 is to talk to no one except in the line of duty. So that one is essentially just saying when you're on watch, be on watch. Don't go around having side conversations with your friends or whomever. Do what you're supposed to do. Don't lollygag. Don't be a chatty Cathy. If it has nothing to do with your watch, if you're standing watch and someone comes to ask you a question about your specific post, have a conversation. I mean, don't drag it out for like ever, but you can answer the question. I'm not saying don't talk to anyone ever. You're totally allowed to answer questions. Just, you know, just don't be a dirtbag. Don't just have conversations with everyone about nothing. Stand a proper watch. Number 8. Number 8 is to give the alarm in case of fire or disorder. So pretty much if crap hits the fan, tell the appropriate authorities, I mean not appropriate authorities, but tell the people that's in charge, tell your chain of command, hey, crap's hitting the fan. And you know, if there's a fire alarm and there's a fire next to you, pull the fire alarm. If there's a freaking shooter around, hey, there's a freaking shooter at this location. Let people know what's going on. That one might actually be the easiest one to remember. If some shit goes down, you let somebody know. All right, number 9. Number 9 is to call the officer of the deck in any case not covered by instructions. So, let's say you're standing watch and you see something happen that you were not qualified to deal with, or you just have a question about something that just wasn't covered. Ask. When in doubt, ask a question. That's the number 1 rule. That will keep you out of a lot of trouble. If you don't know, ask. It will save you a world of pain, I promise you. People will not get annoyed by questions unless they're stupid questions. And by stupid questions, I mean questions that have already been answered. But you can still ask. All right, number 10. Number 10 is to salute all officers in colors and standards, not case. So that's actually wrong. It's supposed to be to salute all officers in all colors and standards, not case. So they're missing a word there. And to touch that, make sure that when you're reading your general orders from your training guide, go verbatim from what your training guide said. Don't BS it. I'm about to teach people how to salute. You want to teach them how to salute? You have to cover. Don't be like her. Don't be unsat. Don't salute uncovered. All right, so that is how you salute. So you're gonna do that. You see officers and they're in colors, and that's what you're gonna do. So to give you the close-up version, first off, don't ever wear your cover inside unless you're on watch. But so your hand is gonna be straight like this. This is a knife hand. You're gonna tuck your thumb a little bit, but you wanna make sure you keep it straight. These 2 fingers right here are gonna touch the brim of your cap, and it's gonna be right in front of your right eye. So when you look out the corner of your right eye, you should be able to see the palm of your hand. So your arm is going to be parallel to the deck. You should be able to see the palm of your hand. And yeah, so it's going to be, see how it's like right at the corner of my eye? That's where your salute's going to be. You kind of just keep it straight. Honestly, when you first do it, it's going to be uncomfortable. It's going to suck, but you'll get used to it. Trust me, you'll get used to it. Yeah. So you salute. So let's say you're out walking about. You don't have to if you're out walking and you see an officer, you don't have to come to attention and salute, good morning, sir or ma'am or whoever it may be. You don't have to do all that. You can literally just keep it going. Quick, up and down. Just make sure you salute. The only time that's not applicable is if you are outside during colors. You can't just one and done and keep it moving. You kind of just have to hold it. Yeah, so that's number 10. Number 11. To be especially watchful at night and during the time for challenging, to challenge all persons on or near my post, and to allow no one to pass without proper authority. It's a freaking mouthful. what's that one saying? So you're standing watch. Let's say you're standing security watch or fire watch or whatever. You're standing watch outside of a building, and it's nighttime. It's pretty much going off of the second general order. Make sure you're paying attention to what's going on in your surroundings, and you see people approaching your post that probably shouldn't be there. Then make sure you challenge them, and by challenge, that pretty much means that you acknowledge them. Like, you let them know, hey, I see you there. I can see you. So don't try to do anything stupid. And if they're not supposed to be there, like if they don't have the proper authority to be there, stop them. Hey, you're not supposed to be here. Stop. Go away. So yeah, those are the general orders. Hopefully that made sense to some people. Hopefully. My advice to help you remember them: if you're in the DEP program, what I did was I would watch a video similar to this of some guy who had been in the Navy however many years, and he would break it down real simple. Like, I would watch his video maybe once or twice. Then I would find an hour-long, 2-hour-long loop of somebody just saying all of the general orders for an hour, 2 hours, however long it was. I would just listen to that as many times as I could throughout the day. Before I went to bed at night, I would say them over and over again. It's literally just repetition. Write them down however many times you need to write them down. The important part is that you just make sure that you know them, because when you get to boot camp and if you don't know them, you're pretty much going to hate yourself for not learning them, because you will get beat, you'll get embarrassed, and it will suck. That's just putting it nicely. Yeah, so make sure you know your journal orders before you get to boot camp. When you're at ROM, study with your friends around you, quiz each other. Just keep doing it. Just keep saying it out loud over and over again. Test each other on it. Make sure you hold each other accountable. Obviously, when you're in depth, you have more resources that you can use. You have the internet, you have YouTube, you have people, you have your start guide, you have sources that you can use to help you remember that. But when you're in ROM, you only have your training guide and your notebook. Yeah, I mean, you have the other recruits to help you quiz each other, but you really only have those two things. So by the time you get to boot camp, by P5 day, you pretty much better know what you're supposed to know. So I hope that helped. If you have any other questions, leave a comment down below and I will answer it for you. If you have any other requests for videos that you wanted to see that I can help you with, leave a comment down below and I will answer them as best as I can. I have been receiving a lot of questions on my last few videos, so I'll probably just end up making a Q&A video for all the questions I received that I was not able to answer, or even the ones that I did answer. If other people wanted to know, I'll just re-ask them and re-answer them. It's fine. I don't have anything else to do. But yeah, so that's the general orders. I'm not entirely sure if I'm gonna make a video about rank and recognition, because I'm not sure if I can figure out a way to break down rank and recognition, but I'll probably try. I'm probably gonna try. So yeah, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Leave it a thumbs up, leave some comments down below. I'll see you guys in my next video.